exactly like. And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, the boss's bathroom. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I ain't need no reminder, but chill.
Yes, I love that video. Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any
Wait, wasn't
kind
that
of
fall off
reward
on
for finding
purpose?
all of these, it really would have muted
Find
the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next
He's forcing me to not kill myself. That's wild behavior. Dang it, he knew what I was about to do. AKA the wrong thing to do. Because that's what this game has programmed me to do.
Yes,
The not right
too.
thing.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why
All
does
right,
anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Nothing. Now leave me alone.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory.
Not me. I've been playing this game too long to forget. I got to go. It's the same thing. Yes, to do boring, and then we have.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much.
You know, y'all know
Okay,
dang well I ain't
here
getting
we go.
tired.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, might get done for me. You know dang well I ain't getting no flipping retirement. You jit. Nah, your story endless for real. Okay, let me try one more ending and then I'm hop off, because I'm about to myself after this, but okay, normally I haven't tried not to use walkthroughs or looking up stuff for the most part, but honestly it's good at this point. There's a there's a there's an ending with a pod in it. That's the one I want for the last ending. Okay, so here's what it says. Head left, check out the
Stanley
executive
came to a
bathroom.
set of
Head
two open
in
doors.
through
He
double
entered the
doors.
door on his
Don't
left.
go in all the way. Take a few steps in, then go out before automatic closes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
I don't
disbelief,
want to.
Stanley decided to go up to his
See,
boss's
there's an
office,
achievement where you
hoping he
go
might
in at the
find an
game.
answer there.
I'm gonna do that in a
Coming to
little
a
bit.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Let's go in here, guys. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Huh? Okay, here's the hard part. Go in a little bit. Then you come out. What? Am I acoustic? I might be acoustic. Did you want me to go here or there?
Here's the door, just go.
Oh, well, that's pretty sad. Well, I guess it's time to backtrack. See, I don't know what happened with the narrator, but essentially he was supposed to yap his lines off and go ahead and finish that. But we just ain't let him do that. Wait. Do not alter without consult. Can I alter it? I can't alter it. Both. So I'm gonna go back. All the way back. Oh, what's this? No, there's no contact. Shut up. Go all the way back. All the way back. That's weird. Not really, but whatever. You are now leaving. Yes. You have to go to 760. Hope you guys love cardio. I hope you guys love me doing cardio. My bad. Wonderful, wonderful cardio. You can cancel this ending, but that's not the point, okay? If I wanted to cancel the ending, I just wouldn't have done it in the first place. I'm gonna look up a couple of endings and do them. Okay? Then I'm gonna hop off. 'Cause at this point, I played this for like what? I don't know at this point. The last I checked, the stream was 2 hours ago, but that was also a long time ago. I haven't started up another stream, so God knows how long I've been playing this game. Probably like 3 hours already. Okay, escape. Yes, escape. We want to escape. How do I escape? Let's keep walking. Yes, I want to escape. This is what we want. We want to escape. Yeah. Did I get up? That's stupid. Madness ending. Oh, I already got that. I'm not doing that. I already got that one. Because I'm acoustic. That's how I got it. Heaven ending. That sounds a little special. Restart your game several times. Okay. Fine. Here's what we're gonna do. We have to input to desk
All of his
419.
co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
419's right here. Or I don't get to input it. What if it doesn't show awaiting input though? That's just a slight problem. Their version says, like, you know. Okay, let's try this again. 419. Okay, putting that out of the way.
All of his
419.
co-workers were gone. What could it
I
mean?
need
Stanley decided to
419
go to
to
the
be
meeting
to
room.
say
Perhaps he
input
had simply
receipt
missed a
input.
memo.
Oh Christ. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just not gonna do it then. Never mind. Confusing ending. I think I did that. If it's the ending where I have to do skip button, I could. I did. I did that. I'm trying to look at anything that I didn't do. I've done most of these at this point. Phone unplugged. I did that first before actually doing anything he said. Zending. Okay. So here's what they're yapping about, okay? Go through here, go through here. I'm being acoustic, wrong way. Go through here until you reach a large room, aka the favorite, aka
When
the
Stanley
just
came to a set of 2 open doors, he
obviously
entered the
take
door on his
right.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
You
it
obviously
perfectly
go
well.
right and jump to the
Perhaps he wanted to
catwalk.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Can't know yet. Jump to the catwalk once we get here. Gonna take a while. By the catwalk, I mean the little
But
thing you
eager
use to get
back
to the red and
business,
blue doors.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now I
Stanley was
don't
so bad at
know.
following
There's a
directions, it's
look. There's
incredible he
also
wasn't fired
there's
years
also a
ago.
powerful ending. Don't know what that's for.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
No.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Okay.
Let me prove
First
that I'm
time
on
we
your
went through the
side.
blue doors, I
Give me a
think.
chance.
Now we have to actually follow this mofo's instructions, aka red door.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
head back down the stairs? What? What do you mean back down the stairs?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Dang it.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley,
No.
I think No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay, here's what the ending
Please,
happens.
no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Oh yeah, I forgot.
No.
It's not a one-time thing.
What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
That's the point. To deal with it.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
No, I'm gonna do it and do it. You're just like I'm getting slower.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Don't worry, you can get all back to being happy the second this thing gets said. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine, and I don't care anyways.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
What do you mean other games ending? Mine? What? Okay, I need to see this. Let me see. Obviously, we're going to the right. Obviously, we're going to the right. Because I don't know why, but all the funnier endings just seem to be on the right side.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, now you're supposed to do is keep disobeying the narrator and go to the warehouse. Because, again, why listen to Mofo when I can do it my way?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And we have to, again, jump to the catwalk. So, give me a second for this lift to actually,
it's incredible he wasn't
go
5
on.
years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Imagine if I get to there, bro. Imagine if I get to there.
I
You know how home free this motherfucker would be if you could just live like a 20-foot drop? 30-foot maybe? Don't know. You know how home free you would be? You wouldn't even have to finish the game like the normal way. You could do it your way.
Really? I was in the middle of
And we have to disobey him for the 3rd, 4th time and go on the blue door, I'm pretty sure.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
And instead, and we have to keep, and by the way, we have to keep doing it. So give me a second.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Obviously, we're gonna go to the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
The blue
Stanley
door
walked through
again.
the red door. I still don't think we're
And then go through the
properly.
blue door
Stanley
again.
walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Yada
I
yada.
haven't
Let me
even
see.
finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires
See,
of yours.
even they
What would
understand
have
it.
made this
Just
game
let the
better?
baby
What did you
bend.
want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new
Now,
version.
I
Would you
gave him a
say that the
1
game
in last
benefited
time, so I'm
from
gonna give you a
allowing you
5
more
this time.
choices?
You don't
Feel
deserve
free
it,
to
but
be
whatever.
honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the
Oh,
park
wait a
with this one.
minute.
Let's take
I
a look.
already did this ending. You want me to play this ending for? You want me to play this for 4 hours? Okay, what else do you want? We have the coward ending. Let me see that. Quickest ways you can, one of the quickest endings you can activate. Before even reaching 2 doors. Don't leave. I was already doing that, stupid. Time to not do anything. And just wait. When's that ending gonna activate? Oh, you want me to close a door? Okay. Now
But
I can
Stanley
do
simply
it.
couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
What if
He had
I
never been
just
trained for that.
didn't care?
This couldn't go
What if
anywhere
an
except
ending
badly.
was on the
The thing to do now,
line?
Stanley thought to
And
himself,
most
is to wait.
importantly,
Nothing will hurt me.
what if
Nothing
I
will break me.
honestly
In
just
here I
want to
can be
make you
happy
mad for no
forever.
reason?
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh wow. Little what? See, now we have to actually leave our
All of
window.
his co-workers were gone. What
You
could
want me to
it
climb
mean?
on to
Stanley
check
decided to go
back
to the
left
meeting room.
corner?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait. Wait. Come on, I'm almost there.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Okay, now what are we saying? Oh, before. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have the new Contact ending, and I'm pretty sure I have the sequel ending. And you know, yes, let me see. Let me try this one. Uh, 3 conversations with someone. I'm not doing the epilogue ending. Screw you then. Never mind. I'm not doing that. What can I do then? Defeating the bucket. Really? Just really. Fine. I'm gonna do it. Once it loads in. Once it lets me. Maybe it won't. Like, oh my god, none of it's loading in. Nothing. Swear to God. My God. What else can I do? 3. Oh wow. Oh wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, fine.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Go off all the way over here. We need to go ahead and follow what
When
the
Stanley
narrator
came to a
wants
set
again.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Reach boss's office.
Yet
Yeah,
there was not
okay.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
I'll
Stanley
reboot the
decided
game
to go
entirely
up
in
to
a
his
little bit.
boss's
Just give me a
office,
second.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Fortunately, I can't really do that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna go in there a little bit. Let me see this.
Here's the door, just go.
Am I supposed to have the bucket? Oh, you need the bucket.
I
So
can't wait to tell this
fine.
story to my
I will
co-workers,
go
Stanley
all the way
thought. How
back
amusing they'll
and pick
find
up
it.
your little
Oh, won't we all?
bucket.
A good
Fine.
bucket. A strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Because
to his
apparently my
chest.
black guy didn't
Opened
notice
the
I
door on
needed
his
it, so it's
left.
a little too late. Because again, I am acoustic.
Still
Leave me
no one was
alone.
here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, now it's a little bit difficult if it just keeps. Don't.
Stepping
Thank you.
into
I
his
can
manager's
see.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I just.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The 2 of them were
Just keep
inseparable.
waiting until she tells
At
me.
this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
This ain't working.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, so there's a slightly you know how I felt. This is gonna be the last one because I'm not done with this. You know how I
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started.
oh my
And
god,
if it did,
how
it
I
stopped
fell off
shortly
the
after.
flippin'
Stanley hoped that he would
how
one
you
day
can
see
fall
weather.
off the low lift and die.
When Stanley came
I'm
to a
gonna
set of
do
2
that,
open doors, this
but
was
get
not the
cold
correct way to the
feet,
meeting room, and Stanley knew
purposely
it perfectly
soft lock
well.
myself,
Perhaps he wanted to
and
stop by
then
the employee
die.
lounge first, just to admire it.
That's it.
It was okay.
That's cold feet ending.
But
That's
eager
the
to
last
get back to
one.
business, Stanley took the
Before I
first
lose
open
my
door on his
mind,
left.
I'm not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
That's really it. Oh my god. Unfortunately, there isn't, and so you can't flip it. There's not an edit in here that's supposed to flip in. There's no, there's nothing in here that actually records all your endings. So too bad, so sad.